Being your authentic self is one of the most powerful ways to make her miss you without even trying. Authenticity is magnetic. When you are true to yourself, your values, passions, and quirks, you project confidence, which is incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who know who they are and embrace it unapologetically. It's not about trying to fit into a mold of what you think she wants. It's about being real, being consistent, and showing up as someone who is comfortable in their own skin. This creates a sense of trust and reliability, which is the foundation of any deep connection. Often we fall into the trap of thinking we need to change ourselves to impress someone. But when you do that, you lose the very thing that makes you unique. Instead of trying to meet some imagined standard, focus on embracing your own individuality. What are the things that light you up? What makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning? Pursue those things wholeheartedly, not to prove anything to anyone, but because they genuinely make you happy. When you're passionate and engaged in your life, it's hard not to notice and harder not to miss. Authenticity isn't just about being yourself when things are going well. It's also about being honest in moments of vulnerability. We all have insecurities and flaws, and owning them can be incredibly empowering. You don't have to pretend to be perfect. In fact, showing that you're human can be endearing. It's in those honest moments that real connections are formed. She won't miss someone who feels distant or inauthentic, but she will miss the person who made her feel seen and understood because he wasn't afraid to share a piece of himself. Being your authentic self also means being consistent in your actions and words. Consistency builds trust, and trust fosters emotional connection. When she knows who you truly are and sees that you stand firm in your values and principles, it creates a sense of stability. This stability is something she will come to value and miss when you're not around. It's not about being predictable. It's about being dependable in how you treat her, others, and yourself. Authenticity allows you to maintain healthy boundaries as well. When you're true to yourself, you're less likely to compromise your values or overextend yourself just to keep someone's attention. Instead, you'll create a dynamic where both of you feel valued and respected. This balance is crucial because it leaves room for her to appreciate your presence and, when you're not around, to recognize the space you fill in her life. At the heart of being authentic is self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on who you are and what matters most to you. What kind of partner do you want to be? And what kind of relationship are you looking for? When you have clarity about these things, you exude a sense of purpose and direction. This confidence doesn't just make you more attractive, it also makes you unforgettable. She'll miss the energy you bring, the way you light up a room, and the way you make her feel simply by being you. Ultimately, being your authentic self isn't about effort, it's about alignment. It's about showing up in a way that feels natural and real. When you embrace your true self, you create a connection that doesn't rely on constant communication or presence. It's a connection rooted in authenticity, which lingers long after you've walked away. Cultivating emotional independence is a key to creating a dynamic where she naturally misses you without you having to try. Emotional independence doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means having a strong sense of self that isn't solely reliant on someone else for happiness or fulfillment. When you're emotionally independent, you create an atmosphere of respect and admiration because you demonstrate that you value yourself in your life. This, in turn, makes your presence more meaningful and appreciated. It's easy to fall into the trap of overdependence in relationships where you feel the need to constantly be available or seek validation. However, this often has the opposite effect of what you intend. When your happiness hinges entirely on someone else, it can feel overwhelming or even suffocating for them. Instead, focus on building a life that is fulfilling on its own. When you're actively engaged in your interests, passions, and goals, you become a more well-rounded and confident person. That energy is not only attractive but also leaves a lasting impression when you're not around. Having emotional independence also means knowing how to enjoy your own company. Solitude isn't something to fear, it's an opportunity to recharge, reflect, and grow. When you're comfortable being alone, it shows that you're not desperate for constant attention or validation. This sends a powerful message you're with her because you want to be, not because you need to be. That difference is significant as it creates a foundation of mutual respect and desire rather than dependency. Another important aspect of emotional independence is maintaining balance in your relationships. It's natural to want to spend time together, but it's equally important to nurture your individuality. Don't lose sight of your personal goals or friendships in the process. By prioritizing your own growth and maintaining connections outside of the relationship, you create a healthy distance that allows her to miss you in a way that feels natural and genuine. Absence, when handled with balance, can deepen appreciation. Emotional independence also involves managing your emotions in a healthy way. Instead of reacting impulsively or seeking constant reassurance, take time to process your feelings. This level of emotional maturity is reassuring and attractive because it shows that you're in control of yourself. She'll admire your ability to handle challenges with grace, and this will make her value the stability you bring to the relationship. By fostering emotional independence, you allow her the space to reflect on what she values about you in the relationship. When she sees that you're a person who values your own time, growth, and happiness, it naturally makes her cherish the time you do spend together. You're not trying to make her miss you. It simply happens because she recognizes the unique value you bring to her life. The power of mystery lies in its ability to keep things intriguing and engaging. Human nature thrives on curiosity, and a little mystery can create a sense of excitement and longing that makes you unforgettable. Mystery isn't about playing games or being evasive. It's about maintaining a sense of depth and complexity that invites her to discover more about you over time. When you leave something to the imagination, you become someone she can't stop thinking about because there's always more to explore. Sharing pieces of yourself is essential in building a connection, but there's no need to reveal everything all at once. When you open up gradually, it creates a natural flow in the relationship. It's like reading a great book. You want her to be drawn in by the first chapter, eager to turn the page, and invested in uncovering the layers of your story. If everything is laid bare too quickly, the intrigue fades and there's little left to wonder about. Instead, focus on being open yet measured, revealing more as trust and intimacy grow. Maintaining a sense of mystery also means having a life outside the relationship. When you're deeply engaged in your own pursuits, whether it's your career, hobbies, or personal development, you naturally create an aura of intrigue. She'll wonder what drives you, what excites you, and what challenges you're tackling when you're not together. This kind of curiosity is magnetic because it highlights that you're a person with a rich, fulfilling life. It also sets the stage for meaningful conversations where you can share your experiences and invite her into your world. Mystery isn't just about holding back information, it's also about creating moments that leave a lasting impression. Thoughtful gestures, unexpected surprises, and moments of genuine connection linger in her mind long after they've passed. When you're not there, she'll replay those moments and think about the unique ways you made her feel. It's not about grand gestures or extravagant displays, but the thoughtfulness behind your actions that makes you stand out. A sense of mystery also requires confidence and self-assurance. You don't need to explain or justify every choice or action. Confidence in who you are and what you bring to the table speaks volumes without the need for constant validation. When you carry yourself with quiet assurance, you naturally exude a sense of intrigue that draws her in. She'll want to understand what fuels your confidence and what makes you the person you are. It's important to note that mystery isn't about creating distance or being intentionally elusive. It's about maintaining a sense of depth and authenticity that invites curiosity. It's showing her that you're a multi-dimensional person with a lot to offer and allowing her the opportunity to discover those layers over time. This approach fosters a healthy dynamic where she feels drawn to you not because you're withholding, but because you're genuinely interesting and multifaceted. By embracing the power of mystery, you create an atmosphere of excitement and anticipation. She'll look forward to the next conversation, the next shared experience, and the next opportunity to learn something new about you. And when you're not there, she'll find herself thinking about what makes you so unique and unforgettable. That's the kind of impression that lingers, leaving her wanting more. Quality over quantity in communication is essential when it comes to fostering a connection that naturally makes her miss you. In today's world of constant notifications and endless messaging, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more communication equals a stronger bond. But in reality, it's not about how often you communicate, it's about the depth and impact of your interactions. Meaningful moments leave a lasting impression, while surface-level exchanges often fade into the noise. When you focus on quality communication, every conversation becomes an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. Instead of sending frequent, rushed messages, take the time to be thoughtful and intentional. Listen actively when she shares something and respond in a way that shows you truly understand and care. A well-timed, heartfelt message can mean far more than a dozen texts sent without much thought. When you make her feel heard and valued, she'll naturally look forward to hearing from you again. It's also important to create moments of genuine engagement when you're together. Whether it's through meaningful conversations, shared experiences, or small acts of kindness, these are the interactions that stay with her long after you've parted ways. It's not about grand gestures or constant attention, it's about making her feel special and appreciated in ways that resonate with her personally. When you're fully present in these moments, you're building a connection that lingers, making her miss the way you make her feel. Limiting communication doesn't mean creating unnecessary distance or playing hard to get, it's about leaving room for anticipation. When you're always available, there's less space for her to reflect on the connection you share. But when you communicate thoughtfully and at the right times, it creates a natural rhythm that allows her to appreciate your presence. She'll think back on your conversations and the way they made her feel, building a sense of longing in your absence. Another aspect of quality communication is knowing when to step back and let her initiate. This shows that you respect her independence and that the connection is mutual rather than one-sided. It creates a balanced dynamic where both of you contribute to the relationship, making it more meaningful and rewarding. When she reaches out, it's because she genuinely wants to, not because she feels obligated or overwhelmed by constant contact. Ultimately, focusing on quality over quantity in communication fosters a connection that feels authentic and fulfilling. It's not about how much you say or how often you reach out, it's about the impact of your words and actions. By creating moments of genuine connection and leaving space for her to miss you, you're building a bond that feels natural and enduring. Showing appreciation and respect is one of the most effective ways to create a connection that lingers in her mind, making her miss you without any effort on your part. When someone feels valued, seen, and respected, it leaves a lasting impression that's hard to forget. It's not about grand gestures or elaborate declarations, but about the small, consistent ways you show that you care and value her presence in your life. Appreciation begins with the little things. A simple acknowledgement of her efforts, a genuine compliment, or even noticing her unique qualities can make a world of difference. When she feels that you truly see her not just for how she looks, but for who she is as a person, it fosters a sense of connection that runs deeper than surface-level attraction. It's about recognizing the things she may not even realize about herself and letting her know they matter to you. These moments of genuine appreciation stick with her, creating a feeling of warmth and admiration that she'll reflect on when you're not around. Respect is equally vital. It's about honoring her individuality, boundaries, and choices. When you respect her independence and give her the space to be herself, it shows that you value her for who she is, not for who you want her to be. This kind of respect builds trust and creates a foundation for a strong, healthy connection. It also ensures that your interactions are based on equality and mutual understanding, which makes her feel safe and valued. Listening is one of the most profound ways to show appreciation and respect. When you truly listen, not just to respond, but to understand, you demonstrate that her thoughts and feelings are important to you. This goes beyond simply nodding along. It means engaging with her, asking thoughtful questions, and remembering the details she shares. When she sees that you've taken the time to truly hear her, it makes her feel special and understood, creating a bond that she'll cherish. Respect also means supporting her ambitions and celebrating her successes. When you encourage her to pursue her goals and dreams, it shows that you're invested in her happiness and growth. It's not about overshadowing her achievements or making it about yourself, but about genuinely celebrating her victories, big or small. This kind of encouragement leaves a positive mark, making her think of you as someone who uplifts and empowers her. Appreciation and respect also come through in how you handle challenges or disagreements. Treating her opinions with consideration, even when you don't agree, shows maturity and emotional intelligence. It's not about winning an argument, but about finding common ground and maintaining a sense of balance in your connection. This level of respect in difficult moments reinforces the trust and admiration she has for you. When you consistently show appreciation and respect, you create a dynamic where your presence feels uplifting and reassuring. These qualities make her look forward to being with you, and when you're apart, she'll naturally miss the way you make her feel valued and cherished. Focusing on growth and improvement is one of the most powerful ways to make her miss you without even trying. Personal growth creates a dynamic where you naturally become more intriguing and inspiring. When you're consistently working on yourself, it demonstrates ambition, self-awareness, and a drive to be your best self, qualities that leave a lasting impression. It's not about changing who you are for someone else, but about evolving into the best version of yourself because it's fulfilling and meaningful to you. Growth can take many forms. It might mean advancing in your career, learning a new skill, improving your health, or pursuing a passion that excites you. Whatever it is, the key is to focus on things that bring you genuine joy and fulfillment. When you're passionate about your life, it shows. You exude confidence and purpose, and that energy is naturally attractive. She'll notice your enthusiasm and the way you approach life with intention, which will make her think about you even when you're not there. Improvement isn't just about external achievements, it's also about emotional and personal development. Take the time to reflect on your strengths and areas where you want to grow. Building emotional intelligence, improving communication skills, or working on being more patient or understanding are all ways to enhance not just yourself, but also the relationships in your life. When she sees that you're actively striving to be better, not for appearances, but because it matters to you, it leaves a strong impression. It shows that you're someone who values growth and is willing to put in the effort to make it happen. A key part of focusing on growth is maintaining a sense of independence. When you have your own goals, dreams, and pursuits, it ensures that your life feels full and rewarding whether or not you're in a relationship. This independence creates a healthy balance where you're not overly reliant on her for validation or fulfillment. Instead, you bring a sense of completeness to the relationship, which allows both of you to thrive individually and together. Another important aspect is sharing your growth journey in a way that feels natural and authentic. You don't need to boast or constantly draw attention to your accomplishments. Instead, let your actions speak for themselves. Whether it's through small changes she notices or the way you handle challenges with newfound confidence, your growth will be evident. This quiet self-assurance is something she'll admire and miss when you're not around. Ultimately, focusing on growth and improvement isn't just about impressing her. It's about building a life that feels fulfilling and purposeful to you. When you prioritize your own happiness and development, you create a ripple effect that makes your presence unforgettable. She'll think of the way you inspire her and the energy you bring to her life, leaving her wishing for more of the connection you've created. Creating moments of genuine joy is one of the most profound ways to make her miss you without even trying. Joyful moments have a way of imprinting themselves on our hearts, becoming cherished memories that resurface when we think about the people who shared them with us. When you bring genuine joy into her life, you create a connection rooted in positivity and happiness, making your presence something she naturally longs for. Joy doesn't have to come from grand gestures or elaborate plans. Often it's the simplest moments that leave the deepest impression. A heartfelt conversation where you make her laugh, a spontaneous adventure that catches her by surprise, or even a shared quiet moment where she feels completely at ease, these are the experiences that stay with her long after they've passed. When you prioritize creating these kinds of connections, you show her that being with you is a source of comfort, fun, and lightness, all of which she'll miss when you're apart. To create genuine joy, focus on being fully present in your time together. Put away distractions, listen attentively, and engage with her in a way that shows you value her company. Your undivided attention makes her feel special, and the positive energy you bring to your interactions creates a lasting impact. Whether it's by sharing a joke, introducing her to something new, or simply being yourself, these moments of joy will stand out and linger in her mind. Another way to foster joy is by being thoughtful and intentional in your actions. Pay attention to the little things that make her smile, her favorite song, a memory she loves, or a dream she shared with you, and find ways to weave those details into your time together. It's not about extravagant surprises, but about showing that you care enough to notice and act on the things that matter to her. When she looks back on these moments, she'll remember not just what you did, but how you made her feel. Shared laughter is one of the most powerful ways to create joy. Humor has a unique ability to bring people closer together, breaking down walls and creating a sense of connection. Don't be afraid to be playful, to tease lightly, or to share a funny story that will make her laugh. These lighthearted moments are often what people miss the most because they create a sense of ease and happiness that's hard to replicate. Genuine joy also comes from celebrating the present without constantly looking ahead or dwelling on the past. When you're fully engaged in the moment, you help her feel grounded and content. That sense of peace and happiness will make her associate your presence with positivity, leaving her wishing for more of the joy you bring into her life. When you focus on creating moments of genuine joy, you're not only building a connection, but also leaving an emotional imprint that lingers. She'll think about the laughter, the comfort, and the happiness you shared, and she'll miss the unique way you make her feel. Being unapologetically supportive is a powerful way to leave an indelible mark on her heart, creating a dynamic where she naturally misses you without any effort on your part. True support goes beyond just being present. It's about genuinely believing in her, celebrating her successes, and standing by her side through challenges. When she feels that you're her biggest cheerleader, someone who truly wants to see her thrive, it fosters a bond rooted in trust and mutual respect. Support begins with understanding her dreams, ambitions, and values. Take the time to genuinely listen when she shares her goals or expresses what matters most to her. This isn't about offering solutions or advice unless she asks. It's about providing a safe space where she feels encouraged to be herself. When she knows you're someone who values her individuality and growth, it creates a connection that feels authentic and rare. Being supportive also means showing up for her in meaningful ways, whether it's attending an important event, helping her prepare for a big presentation, or simply being there to lend an ear. These gestures reinforce your role as someone she can rely on. It's not about grandiose efforts or trying to fix everything for her. It's about being a steady, uplifting presence that she can count on. Knowing that you genuinely invested in her success makes your presence feel irreplaceable, and she'll miss the stability and encouragement you provide when you're not around. Celebrate her wins, big and small, with enthusiasm. Let her know how proud you are of her achievements, whether it's landing a dream job, mastering a new skill, or overcoming a personal challenge. Your genuine excitement for her success will leave her feeling appreciated and validated. These moments of shared joy not only deepen your connection, but also make her associate you with positivity and empowerment. Support doesn't end with successes. It's just as important to be there during setbacks. When she faces challenges or disappointments, your presence and reassurance can make all the difference. Offer understanding, patience, and encouragement rather than judgment or unsolicited advice. Sometimes just knowing you believe in her ability to overcome obstacles is enough to reignite her confidence. This unwavering faith in her will make her value you even more and miss the comfort of your support when you're apart. It's also important to respect her independence and choices. Support her not because you expect something in return, but because you genuinely want her to succeed on her terms. Avoid imposing your opinions or trying to steer her decisions. Instead, let her know that you trust her judgment and are there to back her up no matter what. This respect for her autonomy reinforces the idea that you see her as an equal, which deepens her appreciation for you. When you're unapologetically supportive, you become a source of strength and positivity in her life. She'll feel encouraged and empowered by your presence, and when you're not there, she'll miss the unique way you make her feel valued and unstoppable.